Thank you, parents, students, and staff, for attending the graduation of your beloved class of 2020. I think it's fair to say that these past few months have been nothing short of unexpected. I remember walking away from the school back to my car in late March, thinking we'd be back in a week or two, maybe 1 month at most. Well, lo and behold, here we are. We are not graduating in the nice, air-conditioned Performing Arts Center at MCC, but outside at a park in Woodbridge, miles away from the school. As Mr. Price would quite aptly put it, you can't make it up. Now, it's really easy to stand up here and complain about how much the pandemic sucks and how we're missing out on so many things. It's real easy to say how disappointing it is to lose a senior trip, ditch day, and of course, prom. The end of senior year isn't supposed to be this way, and it feels like the classes of 2020 all across the country just can't catch a break. Nevertheless, my fellow classmates, I say that we should not fixate on all the amazing things we didn't get to do, but rather look back with great satisfaction upon all the things we did do. We have had to overcome so much as a class. Not only have we lost some friends along the way, but we've seen countless teachers come and go since freshman year. In fact, we've seen the whole administration change. To hear the name Dr. Russo is like reading the ancient markings of a past civilization. Teachers tried out new things on us. The direction of certain clubs has changed drastically thanks to our leadership. And, of course, the biggest change of all, the color of the chairs in the Commons. I mean, we've seen it all. But I believe these are vital defining features of our class. We did not walk down a straight tunnel and come out the other end with the same perspective we started with. We traversed a long and winding road with huge bumps, patches of dirt, confusing dead ends, some rough ups and downs, and all kinds of inconveniences. To put it bluntly, the grind don't stop, not even in quarantine, as we all know. Now tell me, would a person who went through all that simply shrug their shoulders and move on with their life? Of course not. We must use these past 4 years to look deeply into ourselves. All the changes we have witnessed make it that much easier to see how we have grown tremendously since we walked through those double glass doors back in 2016. And this won't be the end of it, not by a long shot. College is pretty daunting, but it doesn't have to be. If you need any source of strength to face the enigmatic future ahead, let it come from the fact that you were facing quite the same challenge back in 8th grade. I think we can all agree that the Academy is no ordinary high school experience. We entered as freshmen with great plans and bold expectations, and those times came to pass. A lot of our perspectives were transformed, for better or for worse. Of course, I'm not talking about physical transformation, although I'm sure all of us would want to curl up into a ball at the sight of our freshman selves smiling at our IDs. More importantly, it is from a mental and spiritual angle that we are different people than we were 4 years ago, and we'll be facing the very same thing 4 years from now. Be aware of that change and embrace it. There are going to be difficult times, no doubt, but if anyone can handle it, it's surely the Academy class of 2020. Now, I'm not going to stand up here and preach about the journey ahead like I know everything there is to know about college. As far as you may be concerned, all I know how to do is stand up here and spit out a bunch of abstracts about change and progress. I may be too young to know the right tips for what to do as your life goes on, but I do know all of you. I know that some of you will slave away for grades, GPA, or college apps, and some of you may say that by the 4th marking period of bio or senior year, you couldn't care less. Fair enough, but I know that most of you genuinely care about your education. And still, some of you may agree, but continue to doubt your abilities from somewhere inside. In fact, some of you may write off what I'm saying entirely and say that the disillusion you face is too great to talk about any meaningful sense of pride. But still, I know there is that drive, that motivation within you to achieve something, anything, whether you choose to admit it or not. You may just see it as the competitive nature of the Academy, but I see it as something greater. It is the capacity to keep moving. It is the ability to take hold of what you are passionate about and see it through to its highest peak of success and beyond. It is the will to face the bitterness of reality with confidence. Again, I have no right to tell you how to live your life, but I know that all of you have the Spirit from within, and there should never be a need for any of you to fall back onto the crutch of self-deprecation. The fact is, this class will not be forgotten. Let the thousands of dollars raised by our class be a reminder of our impact. I don't want you to think I'm being all high and mighty. I just want you to be aware of the potential you possess. There's a reason we're all here today. And no, it's not because you were forced to come to this school or because you have nothing better to do. It's because you made it. It is your dedication which has made you into an inspiring adult. Let that momentum carry you in the direction of your deepest interests. However, for this summer, I beg of you, please relax, because Lord knows you've earned it. With that being said, thank you. Thank you for making these past 4 years a reservoir of memories that I will never forget. Thank you for making me feel I made the right choice to come to this school, even when the workload was tough and the future seemed bleak. Thank you to the teachers who have guided us, and thank you to my parents for guiding me. It really has been an incredible journey, and I can't wait to see what you will all become. Use your reason to its fullest potential, face the uncharted path ahead with excitement, and don't just let life pass idly by. After all, if there were ever a time the world needed young, innovative minds like ours, it is certainly now. We will not let the world down. In fact, we'll do more than that. We'll show the world what being jumbled together in that tiny little building on 100 Technology Drive has taught us. Be well, be safe, and most of all, be proud. Thank you.